What's going on, people? Good afternoon. Welcome to the Imps View podcast show with me, Cornell B, / DJ producer DJ Cornell B in the house, live and direct. Back again, and I'm doing a match reaction to Lincoln City 1, Barnsley 2, after Barnsley scored 2 goals in the first half and the second half, despite that we pulled a goal back through Ben House. But it wasn't enough to basically get the point, to salvage a point, despite there was 6 minutes on the clock. Before I get in the video, I want to say thank you very much to the 520 subscribers who have subscribed to my YouTube channel. Keep on putting your reactions in the comments box. Keep on smashing a like as well, and also leaving smashing that subscribe button as well. Love to get it up to 520 in 21. It will be very, very appreciated. So keep on smashing like and leaving your comments. And also, thank you very much for watching my contents that I've been putting out as well. More content still coming out on the way. And I want to say thank you very much to the Shakespeare Pub, Michelle, Louise Thornhill, everybody, Danny Jones and the whole crew and everybody for making me feel welcome and taking part in the disco karaoke last night. It was absolutely smashing. Really enjoyed it. So without further ado, let's get in the video. So yesterday, us Lincoln City went on change, which we did. Us Lincoln City managed to obviously pull a goal back in the second half, but there was no changes been made from that defeat that we suffered against Harrogate Town on Tuesday night in the Carabao Cup. So Michael Scabala still went with the same team that played against Harrogate Town. Honestly, for me, I've got to be honest. The 5-10 minutes was brilliant from us Lincoln City. I thought we were very attacking. We got forward well, which we did, and Bayliss had a chance to score when he was through and goal, but went wide of the goal. Obviously, we had more possession of the ball. We had more of the ball than Barnsley. Let's be honest, Barnsley were the poor side. And they were, and it was true, they were the poor side. But honestly, with the chances that we had, we could have had 2 or more goals in that game yesterday. Honestly, we got forward well. I thought Darker played his part really well. Bayliss played very well, which I'm going to touch on. And then 15-20 minutes of the game, we looked comfortable. And then we started to be too uncomfortable, and then that's where the mistakes started to come in. Obviously, Cross comes into the box. O'Connor heads it, even though I think he could have headed it outfield instead of heading it to a Barnsley player. He makes the mistake. That's where the mistakes comes in. They capitalise on it, and then they manage to score past Wickens, 1-0, bang, and they are 1-0 up. And honestly, that's where their physical, strong play starts coming in, and they start to dominate us and terrorise our defence, pepper us up. Like we was peppered against Burton on the first away game of the season, of the League One season. And then honestly, Barnsley look comfortable. They look comfortable on the break. They kept coming forward and getting us on the counter attack, and we started to be ripped open apart at the back, and that's where we started to make sloppy passes and sloppy mistakes at the back and making all these long balls. We need to cut that out this season. We can't be making long balls and then we ain't got no one to capitalise on it. And this is why I said that we Lincoln City, we need to have a left wing back added to this team, because you can clearly see that Dylan Duffy is struggling at left wing back, even though he made some little impacts in the game yesterday and he got forward well. But you can clearly see he's not living up to the fact that, he's got to play at left wing back and he's got to be, operating there. And, honestly, I think for me, we need to add a left wing back into this team. And it's not only just a left wing back, we need to add a midfielder to replace Ethan Aron. And of course, we need a winger, and we need a striker as well, and a centre back as well to add in it as well too. So 2 or 3 or more positions to be filled. But honestly, we go 1-0 down. Half time, I went to the game yesterday. I believe that we Lincoln City will go on and get the equalising goal. I even tweeted and said we'll score the equalising goal, even win 2-1. And then we come back out after half time. We play decently well, and then we switch off again. The cross comes into the box. Barnsley crosses the ball in the box. And then Roberts of Barnsley gets onto it and heads it into the net, and then obviously George Wickens leaving space open in the goal. You can't do that. You can't switch off from all the hard work you've done. You have to be switched on in the game. and we go 2-0 down. And then Barnsley just start, playing their football like they do. But it's the sloppy mistakes and the sloppy passes that we need to improve on. And, obviously with the new players that we have in our team, it's going to take them some time, obviously, this first half of the season for them to gel. And, we're already seeing, Tom Bayliss gelling with Ethan Aron and JJ as well. JJ McKeon, obviously, blending as well with Bayliss as well. Listen, obviously, George Wickens, honestly, unlucky to concede the 2 goals, but honestly, it's gonna take him some time. But listen, George Wickens, I'm really rooting for him because I really would like to see him get his first clean sheet, and it's a real shame he didn't get it yesterday, but I believe he'll get it against Mansfield next week, and he'll really live up to it. And Lucas Jensen, when he was with us last season, was the same thing. He got stuck, he got stick and hell's given on him, but after the hard work and the hard work in training, he got better and better, and his performances improved and improved, and that's what will happen with George Wickens this year. And I'm still rooting for him to get 20 clean sheets this year and win the Golden Glove Award. And obviously with the injuries that we have in our team, honestly, especially with Rico Hackett back on the grass, Ethan Aron, obviously not Ethan Aron, sorry, Ethan Hamilton, sorry, I do apologise for that, for my mistake. Honestly, it's coming together. So, we've seen McGrandles come back into the team, and, honestly, he didn't obviously come on because I think it would have been too early for him to come on, so it wouldn't be surprising if we see a change in the midfield next week and have McGrandles, Bayliss and Ethan Aron in that midfield. But even though it would be a little bit harsh on McKeon, obviously, after his hard work, unless McKeon pushes onto the left side, but we might even have Callum Wright by then, so who knows. Honestly, for me, it was brilliant for us to get a goal back. I thought that acrobatic goal from Ben House, honestly, was a class finish. Honestly, what a cross from Dylan Duffy. O'Connor heads it on, and House just finishes it sublime with that kick. Honestly, it was sick. I'll be very surprised if that's not goal of the season, to be fair. And then when we pulled the goal back, I was like, you know what? I could see us getting a second goal, salvaging a point. If we don't go on and win the game, but we get a point. Both teams get a point. We get a point. Barnsley get a point. But obviously, the things that I want to see Lincoln City improve on, I want to see us improve our defending, because when we conceded them 2 goals, especially to goals that maybe we shouldn't have conceded, I do believe that we Lincoln City, we need to perk up on our defending, and we need to do it quick, because honestly, you can clearly see that. Obviously, we know that Monsomer is obviously precautionary, and obviously they don't want to overdo it with him, which I can understand that. But obviously, when Monsomer plays if some people's actually notice, when Monsomer plays in that in that back line, we're solid. And I thought Hammer played his part decently well as well. So obviously for me, I would like to see Monsomer play, but honestly, I think we still, in my eyes, in my opinion, I do believe that we need another centre back to be added. But with all honesty, I'm disappointed that we lost. I'm disappointed we didn't get all 3. We didn't get a point. We didn't salvage a point from it. It would have been nice, despite the Barnsley fans giving it all the mouth and giving it all the bigging and all that jazz. But it didn't really matter. Listen. We lost the first home game of the season. We were 10 games unbeaten at home. Honestly, we can be very proud of that, which we were, last season, and we did well from a certain point of view. But obviously, to win these games, obviously, yes, you need to perk up, and even though Scabala has said he's not rushed to bring in any players, but if you look at his team now, you look at the depth in the team now. We need reinforcements, and we need a left wing back to come in. Duffy is clearly struggling, and it's all right saying we're not going to be rushed, but if I was Michael Scabala right now, and I was thinking, and this is a message to Lincoln City Football Club, we need to start bringing in reinforcements now before the deadline day, because deadline day is on the 30th of August, and I want to see Lincoln City bring in a left wing back. I want to see Lincoln City bringing in an Ethan Aron replacement. I want to see Lincoln City bringing in a winger. I want to see Lincoln City bringing in a centre back and bringing in a striker. Obviously, regardless if we get Joe Taylor or not, even though I'm confident that we'll get Joe Taylor. But if we don't or whatever, I do believe that Lincoln City Football Club will get a permanent striker like a Stephen Humphreys or somebody, or a striker from the Scandinavian League. honestly, for me, this is really, really important that we really bring the right players in, and Michael Skabala does do this. And I know Michael Skabala will do it with positivity and he'll do it with optimism. But honestly, for me, if there's one or two things that I think that Lincoln City Football Club needs to really work on and improve. And honestly, for me, our defending needs to be worked on, because we shouldn't be conceding goals. We've conceded 8 goals, 8 consecutive goals. Throughout this season, obviously, and that's not right. Honestly, we need to improve that, and we need to change that record. And that has to change, because we're coming up against big and small teams, and we have to defend much better. And I know the players can defend much better, but obviously to concede 8 to have conceded 8 goals in 10 consecutive games, no, that's not good enough. Honestly, us Lincoln City needs some improvements, especially on our defending. We're fantastic going forward. We've shown how good we are on the counter attack. We've shown how positive and optimistic we can be when going forward. But defending wise, we need to improve on that. And we will improve on that, and we will go on and listen. I expect us to go on and show a response against Mansfield Town next week, because they drew their game against Burton Albion. Lincoln City can do much better than that too, because Mansfield will be looking at that game yesterday and saying there's some true weaknesses in our team, especially defending. Going forward, we're dangerous on the break, and I'm rooting for George Wickens to get his first clean sheet, and he will get his first clean sheet. And this is a message to George Wickens. You work hard in training. You really work hard and improve your game with improvements, positive improvements, and optimistic, performances being put on the pitch. Because to really own up to Lucas Jensen, now that he's not with us now, is not easy, because Lucas Jensen went through the same thing. But one thing that Lucas Jensen did do was improve his game. And I know, and George Wickens will do the same thing, obviously, this season. And I'm still rooting for him to get 20 clean sheets this season. Honestly, for me. But other than that, honestly, there are positives to take away. Darker Walker and Bayliss were the positives out of the game. But the result wasn't good enough, and our defending needs to be improved. But there's key areas that we need to improve on, and Skabala will improve it now. And we're hoping to see, new faces come in. Obviously, there's speculation about Callum Wright obviously coming in. Obviously, that we're pursuing a move for him. Honestly, I think who's played 2 matches, no assists, no goals this season, despite playing 51 times for Plymouth, of course. And honestly, this would be like one of the best signings that we do. Honestly, if it's a permanent, obviously there might be some outstanding fees that we might have to pay for it. So if we have to go down that route, fair enough. If we're going to go the loan route, then obviously, yeah, we'll take it on. But it wouldn't be surprising if we go the permanent route and pay the unstained fees. But honestly, I'm looking forward to seeing that Callum Wright becomes an Imps player, and Eric Ring as well. Honestly, we signed them. Obviously, fingers crossed. Regardless of what happens with Joe Taylor, honestly, we're going to be up there this season. Obviously for me, and then there's other positions that need strengthening as well before the transfer deadline day on the 30th of August. But honestly, I'm disappointed and upset that we didn't win. But honestly, the response is needed on next Saturday against Mansfield Town. So I'd love to hear what you guys think about the game yesterday. Who played well for you? Who didn't play well for you? Only ones that played well was Darker Walker. I thought his defending was really, really good. I thought he got stuck in at times, and honestly, listen, Darker Walker is going to get better and better as games go by. Experienced player who's been there, done it. Bayliss, no brainer for Tom Bayliss. Honestly, he's going to do some wicked, outstanding, creative things this year. And honestly, his creativity and his assists is going to be something else. But as I say, I'd love to hear what you guys think. Smash a like on my YouTube video. Love to get it up to 521. It'd be very, very, very appreciated. And honestly, tell me what you guys think about yesterday's game and the result, and where we could improve on that and where we could be better. Thank you very much for watching the Imps Podcast show. I'll see you guys soon. Thank you. Take care. Up the Imps.